to our top story of politics. The media is full of speculation and hearsay about the future of both the Prime Minister and the Chancellor.
Let's try and find out what the latest is in the developing story. So we're joined by our political correspondent, Tom Harwood. Tom, what are the government telling you that the Whip's office aren't telling us?
Well, it has to be said that there is a bit of stonewalling going on right now. And why is that? Well, for one reason only. That is, the Chancellor is currently somewhere between 20 and 40,000 feet in mid-air, hovering over Oxfordshire. The last time I checked, and most political journalists have been fixated to what's called Flight Radar 24, following the path of the Chancellor's plane back from that summit in Washington, D.C. Well, he flew overnight. He abandoned that summit a day or two early. We were expecting him to come back on Sunday. Instead, it's Friday morning and his plane is just about to touch down at Heathrow. There was a rather comedic moment where the plane actually seemed to do a bit of a U-turn as it's waiting to land in one of those only two runways that our largest airport has. But no, clearly what is going to be happening over the next few hours is the Chancellor needs to actually land in his plane. He'll hurtle across to Downing Street and there will be some fairly frantic meetings between himself and the Prime Minister, although it must be said the markets and indeed most political journalists have settled on this view that the decision has already been taken, that a significant part of the mini-budget will be U-turned upon, that perhaps the Prime Minister's most prominent policy plank from her leadership election, the biggest point of difference between her and Rishi Sunak, the cancellation of the increase to corporation tax, well, it looks like that could be U-turned upon, and that would be fairly seismic, not just for the policy direction of this government, but for the authority of this Prime Minister, and indeed the authority of the leadership election and the promises within it. It's hard to emphasise just how crucial this point was, so crucial a point that the Prime Minister was making it from the dispatch box at Prime Minister's Questions on Wednesday, saying it would be absurd to raise taxes on British businesses as we face recessionary conditions.